All right, now before we go, Brittany, join me. We have a little Secret Cabal package. It's a last minute unboxing. Now, we're hoping to meet the Secret Cabal while we're there, and if I remember correctly, this is their Kickstarter from last year, that there's some Secret Cabal membership card in there. Ooh. So we're gonna do just a quick opening. We want to see what we're gonna take to Origins with us. What do we have in here?
Ooh, cups.
Oh, we have a cup. Okay, so we got a Secret Cabal cup. We're not bringing that. Oh, we got some dice. Oh, we got a Secret Cabal pin. Oh, we'll bring that. Wear that. We got some stickers. Oh, bam! Our Secret Cabal membership card. The Secret Cabal, Mark Maya, Kabbalist, first class. That's me. Got my comfy shoes, because I haven't been to Origins before, but you know what? I've done a lot of comic book conventions, and you know what you need for those? Comfortable shoes. Chris's audio bag of goodies. That zipper's broken. Chris, don't use that one. And take this suitcase to the guy. You know what? Batman is taking up most of the space in the trunk. Now how am I supposed to get my bag in there? Wait, what is this? Apparently,
don't ask.
Chris is going big time, and he's bringing a tub of protein powder. Are you gonna drink all this on the trip? He's bringing protein powder for everyone. Oh, that's not gonna fit, Chris.
It was a good attempt.
Wait. As you can see, we've switched things around. Brittany is now in the back. Chris is driving. Brittany's eating, mounting down on Doritos, and I was sleeping. We are here in Columbus, finally. And I don't know why Chris got sunglasses on, it's not sunny. But we just arrived at our Airbnb. Tomorrow is day one of the show. Right now is night one of the food. And we are wandering the streets of Columbus, searching for tasty, tasty food. Huh?
Yes.
Let's hunt.
So graceful.
This close.
You should be ashamed of yourself. This is why we're board game coffee and not pool table coffee.
That's your own fault.
That went down the wrong too. So, one thing I gotta say about Columbus so far is it's pretty.
Yes.
And so we're enjoying. Look, those are nice. So we're just trying to walk our way over to Origins, guided by the fair Brittany Maya. I was gonna say Medeiros, but not anymore. We're gonna go get some passes. See you inside. All right, so we're here at the North Market for some breakfast. Let's see what we can find to eat. The hot sun casts long shadows along the canyon wall. You see what looks like a silhouette of an old well. You decide to investigate and discover an abandoned well. You can pay a tribute to the well, discard a card and -3 curse, or drink from it. +3 water dollars. Okay, You know what? I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
I get some money.
Yeah. Here's the game. It is the Few and Curse. It is a 1 to 4 player deck building adventure game. So it is competitive. We're going to be competing for the most grit. 94 years ago from the time that this takes place, all the water from the earth, or most of the water, evaporated, making water the most valuable commodity. That's why you'll see on your boards that money is sort of water. It's the most valuable thing.
Zero waters.
Yeah, but you're also the main gunslinger, and you're pretty badass. I don't know if you guys have played a lot of other deck builders, but usually starting decks are all the same. In this game, every starting deck is different.
So
And worth points.
1. And how much am I trying to get? 5?
5, yep.
There's 3.
Correct.
And then I'm going to make this a copy of this card and trash it for another 3. So that gives me more than enough to get there. I'm gonna copy that again, trash this one. And
3 movement.
actually, I don't have to trash it because if I just copy it, gives me 2 because I still have 1 remaining.
Correct.
Because that's 3.
I didn't count, but I trust you. Yeah.
So
you get 1 extra.
So the end result is Mark would win if we ended
Probably,
it right.
yes.
If we ended
If
it right
we ended
here.
after 2 turns, yes.
And most importantly, Brittany lost. That's key. Awesome. Okay, that was great. I actually had a great time playing that. I wanted to play it more,
I love
but
the art.
people are
Thank
going
you.
to come kick us out of this room really shortly. All right, we're going to check out Hall C. Follow us. We got our boy Connor. See if I can get attacked again. See if I survive another knee in the face from Connor.
So it's all your area?
We got 3 tables of Chorus going, a competitive summit, a cooperative summit, a teams expansion for summit, and then 7 souls, which we just did Kickstarter for, and then a little sales area.
Nice. Here, this is the first thing we saw. You got great placement.
Exactly, right? So I'm not complaining. The competitive side's on the opposite side.
All right, check it out. We're here at the Game Toppers booth. Check out these tables.
I know we have the micro.
Neat. Check this. I love this. Keep stuff up here, or
He's standing right there. So this one,
they come off.
36 by
So you can put them wherever you want. Oh no.
He wants that he's standing.
You can put these wherever you want. Come close.
And then we do have 36 by 36.
It's padded. So it's neat. It's got one. It's like those type of pads. So it's all soft.
We produce extra post Kickstarter.
Nice. It's like a plastic, but it's a good quality.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit it 4 by 6.
Feels nice. We're going to Exhibit Hall A. It's busier in here. Now, at this point in our journey, we made a new friend at Origins, and that friend's name is Jesse. And Jesse, just like us, was getting hungry, so we went across the street to Barley's. All right, so we just came out of Barley's, the highly recommended bar, and we all have our own opinions. I do like that we got some free glasses, so if you got the Origins coupon book, which I think Brittany walked off with, you can get free Origin glasses. That was my highlight.
Okay. Conversation was mine.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere.
You like conversation. I like the beer or the glasses and
The atmosphere.
the atmosphere. It is a very pubby atmosphere. Now, as far as the food goes, I had wings and they were basic. They were basic wings. Jesse here had.
I'd like a buffalo wrap. It was fine.
Did it taste like authentic buffalo?
It was fine.
And Chris had.
Cajun chicken. Didn't get a lot of Cajun in that.
Yeah. But the donut earlier, much better.
Oh yeah, we had the donuts, which that should be in previous footage. Hold on, let's roll the donut footage now. All right, so this thing here is huge, so we're gonna cut it. A piece for me, a piece for Brittany, and a piece for Chris. So we'll see how it goes. We're gonna test it right here. It's a live donut testing. It looks amazing. Oh, it's so soft.
So good.
Oh, it's good. It's lemon blueberry. Oh, I like it. If you're going to the North Market, try one of these. They're so soft and fluffy, and it tastes like lemon blueberry. Well, it is called lemon blueberry. Expected, it's delicious. Maybe Chris doesn't need his piece. All right, that was our donuts. Here we go. Editing magic. Okay, so that's it. That's for Barley's. Not bad. I probably come here for a beer, but it's not worth the lineup, I don't think, because we waited like 45 minutes to get in there. And, I'm turning away. I'm turning away. I've lost control of the camera. 1 second. We're back. Chris usually handles the camera. I shouldn't be doing this. Anyways, if there's a lineup, I'd go somewhere else. That's my review.
This is King of Indecision, coming to Kickstarter this fall with Analog Game Studios. It's a game where you are constantly trying to meet the demands of the king, which are always shifting. You do so by collecting and gathering resources and trying to offer them at the right time, just before that suspenseful moment when he changes his mind.
All right, let's try out some King of Indecision. I'd like to point out that Brittany is the orangey yellow color there, and Mark is right in front of her as blue. But Chris is ahead of us, but we know Chris, and that won't last long.
That's so mean.
The score track. Let's take a look. What color are you, Britt? What color's Britt? Britt's orange. Where's orange, Britt?
I don't want to talk about it.
Flip the table. Flip the table. So there you go. So Brittany did beat out Chris as expected. Chris, what do you got to say? But Brittany did get beat out by Mark by 1. Brittany, what do you got to say about that?
Hey.
She wants to take a picture, so hold on, let's take a picture. And snap. Done. But our winner was, our grand champion was Jesse. What do you got to say, Jesse?
I'm gonna plug Quackalope Games. Just check out Quackalope on YouTube. No, I really like the game. Honestly, it was a light, kind of easy playing game.
It looks great. Did a great job, Joe. Thanks so much. It's this man right here. They modeled this king after this.
Not at all like
this horse.
Yes.
After this man.
Coming to Kickstarter soon. Coming to Kickstarter soon.
All right, we're here in, I think this is Hall C, and we're gonna check out Queen's Games. They're gonna give us a demo of something, hopefully Copenhagen. So we lost Brittany, but we found Queen's Games. She's gotta be nearby.
You pick one color and play it as one other color. This is you get it 3 cards from the face-up display instead of 2. You still got to pick 2 that are adjacent. Your third can come from anywhere. And our last power is probably my favorite one, and that's you get to do both actions in one turn. So that's take 2 cards and purchase a tile in one turn. There, and buy you for 3. Yep.
I'm going to flip this to pick up both of these. This special power I can use once. It allows me to pick up 2 that are non-adjacent.
All right, so we just finished our first playthrough of Copenhagen, the deluxe edition. So we got these really sharp pieces that could hurt people. So I don't know if this is necessarily safe for children. But anyways, in our first playthrough, you see there was a tie here, and the tie was between Brittany and our cameraman Chris, and Brittany obliterated Chris. It was sad, but it was expected.
Amazing.
But anyways, Board Game Coffee won, and we took out the Quackalope.
I was one turn away from.
You know, one turn away might as well be miles away.
That's true.
Look, do you see where he is? He's sitting back here sadly with me. But you know who's way up front here? Board Game Coffee. You know, even though Chris, I don't know how Chris came in second, but even though he did that, he did well. He did well. Good on you, Chris. Good on you, Brittany. Go champions.
I'm ashamed of
sorry.
myself. I retract the plug that I put in last time I won a game. Just ignore all that. Terrible.
Got it. This is what we do for each other at Board Game Coffee. Right? We've had a hard day. Brittany's been walking a lot, so her feet hurt. So know what we do? We got each other's back. And if my feet hurt, I know Chris would have mine.
Don't get me involved.
Chris, where are my feet, buddy? If you notice, it's dark. We're headed to Susie Q. We're meeting Sam from Gamelin. He's challenging Board Game Coffee to a game of pool. Now, what Sam doesn't know is that we don't know how to play pool. Joke's on you. All right, we're at Susie Q's, and we're it's gonna be Board Game Coffee versus Gamelin.
Gamelin Games.
Gamelin Games versus Board Game Coffee. We're leaving it on the pool table.
It's going down. It's going down. It is going down.
We might be going down.
That's David Happy.
We might be.
David Happy will be in this, except for he's providing the light.
Yeah.
I'm sound asleep.
And then over there we got Chris. Hey, Chris, and we got Jesse.
Still around.
All right, we'll update you on the winner shortly. In about 5 minutes when I scratch. Brittany's gonna win this. That's my wife, and that's why I married her. Okay, Board Game Coffee here after day 1 of Origins. Now, we're here as a collective to let you know what we thought of Origins, like our highlights, our lowlights, and anything in between. Basically, what we thought of the show. So, Brittany, what was your highlight of the show?
Ooh, my highlight?
Yeah.
Meeting Rodney Smith.
Oh yeah. So we met Rodney, and that was funny because we were demoing Copenhagen, which is a great game, by the way. I loved Copenhagen, and we got to play with the deluxe edition, and those pieces are dangerous, but they're great feeling pieces. They feel nice. So we got to play with that, and we were the envy of all the other media in the group because we got to play with that. But while we were sitting there, I saw Rodney standing across the table, and I don't know if he was talking to anybody.
He was talking in a group.
But I was just like, Rodney! and that was it. And then he just turned, like, I think I shocked him, and then he turned to us, and I was like, Brittany's a huge fan, and then we talked to Rodney for like the next 20, 30 minutes.
He was awesome.
Now, the thing is, this was like a common, yeah, Rodney was great. We all agree?
Yes.
Rodney was great. Rodney,
You're the best.
If you're watching this, you're a great guy. And to show you're great, subscribe to our channel. No, I'm just kidding. No, not kidding. Well, subscribers help. Anyways, so, thing is, we were playing Copenhagen, like we were flying through that game. You could finish that game in like 20, 30 minutes. It's a great game. It was fun. We were playing with our friend
Jesse
Jesse from Quackalope Games. And we could finish that game easy in like 20, 30 minutes because we were whipping around. We figured out the rules. It's not complicated. But we got into so many talks with someone conversations with the people that were there. It took us like 2.5 hours to finish one game of Copenhagen. But it was great.
And I won.
Yeah.
So it was even better.
Brittany did. She crushed it.
Within one tile. Within one
I
tile.
crushed it.
Yeah, well,
We had
By a mile.
there was a tie between these two. I was way in the back this time. But anyways, Chris, what was your favorite moment?
It was Rodney, but it was.
You can't pick Rodney.
I
She
know,
picked
okay,
Rodney.
okay,
Give me
so-
something else.
It's Rodney.
Did you find? No, stop it.
I know, but it was good. Damn.
You
We
know,
did some demos today. That was pretty good.
Yes. Actually, the first demo you guys did.
oh, the first one we
Yes.
did.
That looked like a
what was
really
that
neat
called?
game. Really neat
The
game.
title, something about. You know what? We're gonna do an overlay with the title. I'm not gonna lie, we've been drinking. I've been drinking.
I have not.
We played some pool.
Yeah, we played
against,
some pool.
We played
I'm
pool
tired.
against Sam.
That was one of
Mike,
my highlights
and
of the day. Okay, first of all, that game, the first game we demoed, we'll put the name something end.
I can find out.
Hold on, Brittany's on this while we talk. So, but we'll get back to
It was
that.
really good.
So
It's
the
Kickstarter right now.
It was fun. It's on Kickstarter right now. So my highlight of the day was we met up with Gamelin Games at the end of the night. Oh, what's the name of the game?
The Few and Cursed
The Few and the Cursed. It was a lot of fun.
by Rock Manor Games. It's on Kickstarter right now until June 27th.
Yeah, so the thing of the game is we all play these, like I was playing the redhead and then Brittany was playing some Annabelle, and Chris didn't play, he was filming, he was working. And I can't remember what the other character was, but it doesn't matter. We all have different stats and we have these cards, so it's got this deck building element to it, and then you throw cards down to move, and then you play cards that give you special abilities, and those give you curses, and then you're
really neat twists.
Yeah, and you're trying to
Just from
do
watching
jobs and hunt down these wanted people. So you have to go to these territories where there's wanted people, and you hunt them down. You get points. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But my highlight of the day had to be playing. We went to Susie Q's in Columbus, Ohio, to meet up with the Gamelin Game Boys. That's Sam, Michael, and Nathan, and awesome guys. They were awesome. We had a great time. The best part of it that was we crushed Gamelin Games at pool. We did.
Awesome.
Brittany's undefeated. We lent her off.
I will admit though, I don't know how, because they were really
Yeah.
better
They were
players.
so
They were
good.
better. They were good. You guys were better
Our
players.
strategy was just leave the balls on
Yeah.
the table.
So they couldn't
Our
get
strategy
around
was
it.
don't sink
worked.
anything
It worked perfectly.
to get in her
Until
way.
we could sink
And
everything.
at the end, we go for the kill.
Yeah.
Actually, that last game, I did nothing until the end.
You did the last one.
I don't know what happened. At the end, I was just like, me and Brittany were just like, sink, 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 sink. It was great. Anyways, we're not here to talk about pool, but that was awesome. And so far, I'm loving Origins. Like,
Such a beautiful city.
yeah,
it's beautiful
Columbus
here.
is beautiful.
The
We're
food is fantastic
at North Market.
at North Market. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really
North
good.
Market. We had like our chicken waffle. Love the chicken waffle. The
The
donuts,
donuts,
the giant donuts,
We had-
amazing.
we had two.
Yeah, we had two. We had like the lemon blueberry was my favorite.
No, the
Brittany,
cookie one was my favorite.
Brittany liked it was like a chocolate
It was Oreo cookies on top of this
chocolate
amazingly-
ganache
oh
type
my
of
God,
thing.
Fluffy
It was great.
donut. It was good.
But go to the market. You can't miss so far with what we had there. And demos. We tried Joe Slack's game, King of Indecision.
Yes, that was so good.
It was in prototype. Oh, that was good.
That was really good.
That was fun.
Coming to Kickstarter this fall, so make sure to keep your eyes out.
Fantastic
so
game.
if we've edited this correctly, you would see a video where I beat Brittany by 1 point, but the winner was Quackalope. Quackalope took the victory, and then they got cocky, and on their channel they boasted about how they beat Board Game Coffee, but then we crushed them at Copenhagen, so that worked out just fine. But the best part of that game, the best part was how, and I don't have this all on video, but Brittany was getting cocky. The points weren't even tallied, and Brittany passed me, and then she was like, take a picture of this, take a picture. And when the points were tallied, I beat her by 1. And you know what we did? We took a picture.
Yeah.
that was good. Okay, what else?
We
Anything?
saw Inside Up Games.
Oh, Inside Up. Yeah, we met up with Connor. It was great. We brought him a donut. Hope Connor liked it.
I get another knee to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he kicked
I
you
got
in the
another
face.
knee to the face. That was great. He gives the best knee. He gives the best knee to the face. And then, oh yeah, if we seem like we're whispering, we are. We're like in the middle of the street at night outside our Airbnb, so we're probably waking up neighbors and just pissing people off.
Are you whispering? I don't
I'm-
think you are.
I'm
I
whispering.
think we're whispering, so you think that the group is whispering, but you're
Whispering.
not.
Whispering-ish. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. So tomorrow we're gonna have. It's gonna be a great time tomorrow.
Tomorrow's gonna be
I'm
a great
so
day.
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We're gonna spend some time with the Gamelin boys. We're gonna go to the Gamelin Game Boys. We're gonna go to the
Do
Blue
you
Peg.
mean board?
No,
board?
the Gamelin. We're gonna spend time with
You
the
said
Gamelin
game
game guys.
boards.
Gamelin Game Boys.
Gamelin Game Boys.
Oh.
As in the boys from Gamelin Games.
I need-
Come on.
I need sleep or coffee.
Anyways.
We're going to Blue Peg, Pink Peg.
Yeah, Blue Peg, Pink Peg.
Meetup?
They have a
Mashup?
mashup tomorrow, so we're gonna check that
We have
out.
some meetings tomorrow too.
Yeah, we got some meetings, possibly some demos.
Yep.
Oh, hey, you met Board Game Broads. How were they?
Wonderful. And we met a couple people from Toronto too.
Nice.
Great.
The only downside
really
of the show
welcoming.
today is me and Chris ended up waiting in what looked like a short line for what do they call them? It's not banners, ribbons for the board game. For the boardroom area, and that's basically a lot more gaming tables. So
Borrow board game.
it was a small line, but it was taking forever.
But we got to meet some new people.
We did.
That
We
was-
met
that was
some. We met some nice people in line. Everybody we've met so far has been great.
Fantastic.
Has been great. Tomorrow we're gonna go check out the Batman gaming area, and we're gonna inform everybody how we're doing a Batman giveaway, and that's gonna be on Saturday. So who's gonna win? I don't know. It can't be you because you guys are watching this video way after we're done Origins. So apologize, but we'll have more contests. We got lots of stuff. You know what? We've been talking. It's a secret. We've been talking to Gamelin Games, and it's possible we're gonna do some more giveaways. Oh. Too early? I don't know. It's gonna be good. And I think that's it. Anyway, so far Origins, we're having a great time. And I like that we got the pint glasses from Barley's.
Oh yeah, we went to Barley's and got some pint glasses.
Yeah, Origin.
We used our coupon book.
Pint glasses. Yeah, the coupon book is. We have to flip
Really
through
cool.
that. We have to flip through more of that to see what other deals we can get. But yeah, that was great. So I think that's it.
I think it's time to go to sleep.
Yeah, it's time to go to
Because
bed.
I'm really tired.
We got to get ready for Origins because we get in early tomorrow. Press can get in there as early as 9. So we got to get some sleep. We got to wake up. We got to shower it up, brush our teeth, get the stank out, iron some clothes. Yeah. No, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. So, so we'll continue this tomorrow. So, thanks for watching. This is Board Game Coffee.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah. And have fun. Keep gaming. Be social. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. Day 2 of Origins. And we are ready to go. Chris, you all packed up? You got all your stuff? Yes. Bam. Chris is ready to go. We're gonna go make some movies. Oh, and our Uber's here. We gotta go. All right, we're ready to get started on day 2. We are at Origins, and most importantly, we are at Starbucks. We're getting some coffee. All right, now we weren't able to get in here yesterday. It was closed up, so this is the first day we can get into Hall B. And the benefits of being press is we don't have to wait in the line because people are gathering. So this is going to be cool. Let's check out what's inside. You getting this? I like it. That guy's awesome. Smash City. That's the game with the big dice. I already want to spend everything. We've hit a crossroads. I don't know whether to go left or right. I'm freaking out. Let's go this way. Check out this thing. Brittany would love one of these. These are soft. You know, I've seen a lot of cool mini things here, like things for tabletop games, like different structures, etc. And I'm so happy I didn't get into that type of gaming because it would have cost me a fortune. Because all that stuff is awesome. I'm just gonna take the post.
That was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. I would have.
We need a rematch though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we definitely need.
Yeah.
On a smaller table.
Yeah, on a smaller table.
On a smaller
don't
table.
blame the
with
table.
Less scotch.
You can blame the Scotch.
Yeah.
Well,
So
then I'll blame the vodka.
So for those who have not been keeping up, Board Game Coffee took on Gamelin Games yesterday and crushed them.
Well, I don't know. It was when we mixed the teams, things resulted
crushed
out
is a
differently.
little exaggerated.
It's sensational. He's a sensational guy.
It's a little accurate.
Mark likes to sensationalize things quite a bit.
It was a fun night. We had a great night. Nobody's won Batman yet. But spread the word.
I will.
And good luck. I'm rooting for you. I like all the little details on these. If you get in close, you can smell the wood. Chris, can you get close enough so the audience can smell the wood? You smell it, right? You know what? So far, everything's been great. The one thing we're missing is Brittany with her coffees. Soon. This is Chris.
Hey, Chris, how you doing? Good.
Chris has got to focus. He's not allowed to shake hands.
You have to empty it out every so often. Is the game trying magazine or you like Fox on the extra set?
I heard correctly, you got the guys from NASA?
Yep,
Or the guys who make the NASA badges?
Yeah, so the same company's been making the patches for NASA since the 1960s. And so the company, they design them, they've been making them ever since NASA went to the round meatball, kind of like the blue round logo, which they use today. From that point forward, this company's been designing and then manufacturing all their mission patches, all the way up till today. It's not very, once you kind of get a round or two in, you kind of start to learn the iconography. Of course, the cheat sheet helps, right? But once you kind of figure out and start getting a sense of, okay, this is victory points, this is what generates the trying to launch the spacecraft. So think kind of like the Nobles and Splendor, right? Then every turn you're going to check to see, did my space agency have enough to launch a spacecraft? The first person to either get 12 people recruited into their hub, or the last spacecraft launches, game ends. Once you get
Brittany got here with the coffee. Everything's good now.
These are nice mats.
These are nice, man. Makes me want to get back into Magic. There's so many. Brittany had to run an errand, so now I'm on coffee duty. Check it out, we got some Gloomhaven. Maybe we can get a lesson, then we won't have to read that huge rule book.
My roommate.
It doesn't bother me that much.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I still haven't yet to even open mine. It's been so busy. Mine's still in the brown box. Like it's not even. It's still in that box and then in the brown box. So for all I know, there's nothing in it. But I have no idea what's in it. But yeah.
Hey, CTKL Games, co-op sci-fi dungeon crawl. Check it out, man. Look at this sexy tower right there, and these sexy human beings right there. Yeah, we're on CTKLGames.com, Facebook, Instagram.
You can play as a two-headed cow.
You can play as a two-headed cow
with machine guns.
Later, guys.
Hey, what's going on? This is Tournament of Towers, one of the trickiest tower building games you'll ever play. It's competitive, it's cooperative, and no one has yet achieved the highest possible perfect score.
It's okay to take it all in. I don't mind, buddy.
It's not even all on yet, but it'll be on soon. Like it's got lights too. I just gotta flip it. There it is.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you.
Fire stuff, please. I'm paid very poorly to say that we have wonderful things.
I'm paid worse to say the same thing.
This is Jake. He's our resident ham. We tried coating him in brown sugar. It worked just about as well. Equally rummed up as the real ham. We're wearing store shirts. We should be saying.
Probably more.
I should be saying this. Look at that.
It's made for giant heads.
Yeah.
This is the test.
Yeah.
Holy crap! It fits. Feed me.
The exhibit hall is now open. Welcome to Origins Game Fair.
So we just met Bonacore. Nice guy.
Oh my gosh, he's so
Yeah,
nice.
Stephen Bonacore from Stronghold Games. We took some selfies. Chris wasn't there to record it. No, it's okay. Chris had shit to do. All right.
It was so awesome.
Where do we go, Chris? Where haven't you been?
Oh my gosh, the overflow of people.
Everybody was coming. No,
This
we just
way.
came from here.
This way then.
Wait, and then turn right.
This I want to play. Vast, the mysterious mansion. I backed this like right away. I love the concept of this. So we're coming back for a demo.
So just tons and tons of fun replayability.
All right, so we just went to Jenny's at the North Market, get some ice cream. Got myself some salted caramel, some birthday cake, something or other, and strawberry.
And mine's wild berry, lavender, and chocolate black cake.
Whatever, they're delicious. So if you're at Origins, well, it's too late if you're watching this video. But next time you go to Origins, check out Jenny's. It's delicious. All right, we're here at B&B Game Studios. We're talking to John about Refuge. Sorry, The Refuge. So, John, tell us.
So this is The Refuge, Terror from the Deep, and you are steampunk divers escaping from a giant kraken. It's a 2 to 6 player competitive race game. The first diver to escape wins. It's based as a standalone sequel to our 2016 release, The Refuge, A Race for Survival, in which you're racing the last safe place in the zombie apocalypse. And this one has done really well for us. We wanted to really kind of dive in deep on a sequel. So new in this edition is a 1 to 4 player solo and cooperative game that plays out kind of like a monster action movie in 30 minutes. So that's what's set up here. You're going to work together as a team of divers to recover the salvage from the UB-85, and the victory conditions change every time you play. So the mission that we've set up here is first you're going to wound the Kraken, then you're going to conduct a biology experiment, then you're going to defeat the Kraken. But other storylines might see you rescuing a stranded diver, or uncovering the treasure of a secret shipwreck, or I like to think this is the only game you can win by getting devoured by a Kraken and cutting your way out from the inside. So the whole co-op and the competitive is driven by a very simple and intuitive Kraken AI system. So the top part of this card here moves the Kraken's head. So this would move this 1, 2 over. The bottom part of the card moves and spawns the tentacles in the 3 columns in front of the head. So this would go down 2, these would both go down 2, and then it would spawn a new one at the first unoccupied tentacle space in this row. So in the cooperative game, you lose as these come here, they go up in this threat track, and that's one of the ways you can lose the game. You're also going to have to deal with getting knocked down by the tentacles, dragged under the water, and occasionally even being eaten by the Kraken itself.
And you're right, that was intuitive. As soon as you flipped up the card, I was like, I got it.
Yeah.
Big arrows for the big guy and little arrows for the little guys.
Yeah.
All right, so we just finished up with our day 2 meetups with at Origins. And we were going to spend the rest of the day playing board games and just having good times, trying out some demos. But we came across a wonderful human being.
He was lovely.
He was lovely. Joseph Pilkus. Now, Joseph has been around. Now, he's worked with Jamie Stagmeyer. He's collaborated on a whole bunch of stuff, including Charterstone. And he's just a good person.
Awesome.
Anyways, we talked to him for a very long time. I don't know if we overstayed our welcome, but we enjoyed it very much. So Joseph, if you're listening to this, we
can't wait to play a game with you.
And so we're gonna meet up with Joseph again tonight. We'll have pictures of us drinking at the Blue Peg, Pink Peg mashup. So we'll see you there. All right, we're at Callahan's at the Blue Peg Pink Peg mashup meetup, and we're drinking something pink. I have no idea what this is. Cheers. Fucking A! It's over! Woo! What? Suck it! Travis is there. Patrick was there.
Congratulations, Toronto.
Yes.
You guys are champions.
Go Raptors. Right on, Raptors. Yeah. All right, so this is our day 2 recap. Now, our day 1 recap was actually done after day 1, but we were a little wasted after day 2.
Was late.
Both tired and with the drink and the shouting because the Raptors won. Yeah.
Yay, Canada!
So there you go. Gotta support the home team. But you know what? Let's talk about our day 2. Brittany, what was your highlight for day 2?
Meeting Stephen Bonacore. Huge fan of Stronghold games. So that was pretty awesome, and he is even more awesome in person than he is when I listen to his podcasts and see all his online presence. So that was super exciting for me.
Bonacore's is good people. So and yeah, we met Bonacore again at the mashup last night, and that was he was great.
Oh,
Chris, what was your highlight?
Watching you guys in your moment there with everyone, seeing the pink people.
The pink people.
Blue Peg, Big Peg.
Secret Cabal, everyone. Just
all
seeing
the
everyone
people
there.
we follow?
Yes, and then watching you guys interact with all of them, that was just, to me, that was a highlight. Watching you guys just
so
in your glory and
exciting.
having fun.
Yeah, that was...
It's so exciting.
Yeah, we had a great time. I say the
mashup
mashup
was awesome.
That was my highlight for sure. Because everybody was great. Like we hung out with the Man vs. Meeple guys. Jeremy and David. We hung out with Chaz from Paradise. That's Chaz.
I've not had my coffee
We're still
yet.
a little jacked.
Rodney Smith. I know I forget. Rob and Christina, obviously.
Patrick from Blue Peg, Pink Peg. I think we've made so many corrections. I don't actually remember. If we're forgetting anybody, we apologize. Everybody was awesome.
Board Game Coffee has not had their coffee yet.
No, we have not. So, but yeah, it was a great night. And like I said, to top it off, and the guys from Queen's Games were there. They were awesome. Travis, Ryan, great. Anyways, but that was my favorites are always like the end of the day things. Like, this is what we did when we met these people.
We get to socialize with everyone and kind of talk to them.
I got another highlight. I finally got my hands on Too Many Bones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to get that game. A low light was trying to carry Too Many Bones. That thing almost broke me. We stuck it in the Game On backpack, and it fit. Like, we had that Game On. I bought a few expansions with it, too. But it was like a bag of bricks.
Yeah.
So we took it home and dropped it off. I was like, there's no way I'm carrying this.
Yeah.
But the bag it's doing its job. It's doing its job. But anything from the... You found some dice you liked? Like, there was...
Oh, yeah, there's these clay... There's these guys... Oh, I'm sorry. I don't remember which booth it was. But they had, like, clay dice. And I really liked the feeling of the dice in my hands. Like, rolling it. Like, it was really good.
So many cool dice things there, but we have no use for dice. So we're not like D&D players. Like, all the dice we need come with the games we play.
Yeah.
So, but there's so many cool things there. And one thing, we didn't get to play anything yesterday. And we wanted to. So today...
It's game day.
It's game day. Today we're going to play something. What? I don't know. Oh, but another highlight. Jenny's ice cream.
Yes, I love that we're on the same page on that.
Jenny's ice cream is delicious.
Ice cream is a must.
If you're at Origins, go to the North Market. Go to Jenny's ice cream. I want some right now for breakfast.
I think that's what I'm... Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll get coffee and ice cream.
Oh, no. Here. My breakfast is going to be... I think I'm going to go for the chicken waffles again.
No.
No, I'm going to chicken waffles.
I'm going to go with a big waffle cone bowl.
And then maybe a donut, and then maybe some ice cream.
Oh, the donut. Oh, with a donut on top of the ice cream.
It's just, I don't know. There's so many good things. There's more good things there. We had some Polish food that was delicious.
Such good food at the North Market.
Yeah, at the North Market. Everything I've eaten there is fantastic so far. But I want to go back. Like, I know I want to explore, but I don't want to explore because, like, if I explore too much, then I won't be able to get the chicken waffles and the donut again. I can't get those all the time.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
But not
because
from
we're
there.
leaving. And I think that's it.
I feel like I need... We need to sign off because I need to go get some ice cream.
Yeah, we need to sign off. We need to go. Okay, so we're gonna head off to day 3. Anyways, so that was a recap of day 2. We'll do this again to recap day 3, and the end of day 3 is gonna end with a secret Cabal meetup. That's gonna be off the hook.
So we may have another morning recap.
Yeah, that means it's gonna be a morning recap. Oh, like, it was a great day. All right, that's all. All right, see you guys at the end of day 3.
Okay, we're recording on video and audio.
All right, so today is day 3 of Origins 2019, and I am not double fisting it, although I could be. This is Chris's coffee, so we do not have a problem. Well, maybe we don't. No, maybe I don't know. Anyways, day 3. It's gonna be a good time.
We
you
can't
ready?
wait. I'm pumped. I'll be ready once I drink this.
Yeah. Today we play games. Yesterday we got to play nothing. Today it's all about the games. All right, let's go. All right, we're here at the Cosmos booth with Tom. They're the creators of the Exit games, and they got something new to show us. All right, and you can see the size difference here. So this, you thought you were trapped before. Now you're screwed.
for multiple reasons, yeah. This is twice as long. It comes in actually 2 parts, so you can stop halfway through. There's a stopping point, or you can play like me. I went the whole way through. It took me 4 hours, and it was really hard. This is the hardest one. You can see the hardest one we've come up with so far, and it's mean. It's actually really tough. But I like punishment, so I loved it. It was a lot of fun.
Who doesn't like a little bit of punishment? All right, we got more.
I mean, this is right here, so I'll just show you. This Tribes. This is coming out of Gen Con, so it's not available yet, but it's a Civ building game that plays in about an hour, which is fantastic.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's got a lot of really interesting, cool choices. It's a little bit of a brain burner, but it's not too much because it's short.
So if you're going to Gen Con, keep an eye out for Tribes.
Yeah, this is great. I'm really excited for it. in addition to the exit games, which are hugely popular
Yes.
and I love, we're introducing a new line that's in the same family. They're called the adventure games.
Okay.
So instead of puzzles, they're more story driven. So think of like an adventure, choose your own adventure kind of like story, only as a game that you play with 4 other people at the same time, and it's about 6 hours long.
I love choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
I do. I want to get more games like that. I want to get more in my more experiences under my belt. Games like that. So it's great. If it's co-op, even better. Adventure games. Look for that.
So that's going to be October release time.
Thank you very much. All right, let's check out the rest of the show. All right, we're here at the Gameland Games booth, and we're talking to Sam, and he's going to tell us about Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea.
Yeah, so Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea is our big box game, and as you can kind of see behind us, has a giant table presence.
Look at the setup.
So Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea is a 4X game. So you've got right here on the top of the box, explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate, which means there are 4 paths to victory. So you can expand your influence, build towers all around other continents. That's a game end condition. You can exterminate one of your opponents by taking out their capital city. That's an end game condition. You can explore the entire map. That's an end game condition. Or you can get every single one of your units onto the board, and that is an end game condition. You are trying to build up your influence, take out your opponents, score victory points, cast spells, build up your capital city, build your resources, get air vessels, get sea vessels, go out and just do whatever you want.
You got me all jazzed up. That's awesome.
I can't even stop. I'm excited about it. I love Heroes of Land, Air.
It's great. I'm ready to start actually pillaging this place. Let's do it. Start jumping up on.
Well, they're doing it. They're getting into it right there.
And you know what? This is from the guys that brought you, a lot of fun in a little box with the Tiny Epic series. Look at the size of this thing. You guys just went from Tiny Epic to just Epic.
Well, we thought, we're doing really well with these small box games. We're putting a lot into them, giving you a big play experience. So what could we do if we actually made a giant game? And so that's what we did. And honestly, I think it's been pretty good.
I love it. It looks fantastic on the table. Look at this. That's amazing.
And that floating continent is from the newest Pestilence expansion. And so you actually have a faction that is playing up above the rest of the faction.
It's getting real. Oh, get real. Hold on.
This game is so heated.
All right, so Andy.
That's how crazy Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea
She's
is.
getting real here.
People cannot stay in their chairs.
It was great. This is the energy I want to play with. I want people flying up.
Really, it's thematic because she's playing the merfolk, which is the sunken continent. She's just getting down on a lower plane.
I can't play any other way than this. I want people flying off the tables. I want Sam's energy. This is fantastic. I'm jazzed. All right. Okay. Well, thanks, Sam, for telling us about Heroes.
Thank you.
And so if you're looking, and this is available now.
It is available now.
So it's available now. So if you want some fall out of your chair action, if you want to have a good time, if you want the table to look like this giant thing, or just do all the things Sam said, go to the store, pick this up. It sounds like a great time.
Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea by Gameland Games.
Okay, we're right here at the Colossal Games booth with Ian, and he's going to be showing us Mezzo.
Yeah, so Mezzo is designed by John Cloudis. He's also well known for the Omen saga of card games. And this is a area control game. It's heavy conflict based on Mayan mythology. So you're going to have a tribe of followers. Each of the tribes has individual sculpts, so the shaman from one tribe will look different from the shaman from another tribe, and so on. At the beginning of every age, you're going to select a new special kind of power for your tribe. You will reveal the conflict tiles going through, and then you will resolve conflicts in each region. Whoever has the most warriors will sacrifice one of their warriors to the hero codex, which will allow them to trigger an ability, either build a glyph, awaken one of their units into a region, or smite somebody else's unit, sending it to the underworld of Xibalba.
Right. We just saw the married meeple. We're gonna go sneak up on her. Oh, Brittany is. Ready? Let's do this. Oh, we were gonna try to surprise you guys. All right, Board Game Coffee's here with the Married Meeples, and we're at the Queen's game booth, or the Queen Games booth, and we're gonna teach them how to play Copenhagen. So that's it. Feel free to follow along on our journey. All right, so. So, Board Game Coffee and the Married Meeples. Angelica's missing at the moment. She'll be right back. Angelica, say hi. Hi. She's back. Anyways, we played our game of Copenhagen. And who crushed? Well, I did. Of course I did. I won. As you can see my board, I won. Sorry guys, it was great. Actually,
I didn't like Queen's game so much, I flipped this table.
Yeah, so anyway, you see, let's look at the score. Oh, it's tight. It's tight. So, yeah, it was a great game. We actually really like Copenhagen. What did you guys think of Copenhagen?
Oh, that was great. Yeah, no, definitely easy to learn and quick to play. So definitely good game.
I liked it. Yeah.
All right, day 3 of Origin is done. Well, at least the show part, the evening festivities are only just beginning. And we walked away with some little treats from our friends over at Gamelin, and it's going to be pretty fun. And Brittany, what'd you think of the show today? We're going to do a recap later, but...
It was awesome. We actually got to demo some games. Yes.
But more on that later on our evening recap. See you soon. All right, we're here, day 4 of Origins 2019 with Sam, and he's going to tell us about Fire Tower.
Yeah, Fire Tower is a competitive forest fire game. Most fire games have some cooperative aspect where you're working together to beat back the flames and contain the chaos. But in Fire Tower, your only objectives are 1, to defend your own tower, and 2, to wield the powers of nature to spread the fire from the eternal flame in the center towards your opponents, breach their tower, hit their back corner, burn them down, and continue your quest to be the last tower standing in the forest. So yeah, it's like a fast-paced game. We like to call it a tactical pattern laying game because there wasn't really a mechanic that directly described what was going on here.
All right, well, that sounds great. So now it's time to play. All right, we're here at the Gamelin Games booth. It's Board Game Coffee with the Married Meeple, and we're going to learn how to play Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea.
Okay, so give me.
Let's do this.
Hi everybody, my name is Ben. So I'm gonna schedule it. And
the Lion Folk, or the Lion Kin, I should say. So Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea is a 4X style board game that tells the epic tale of Ogmore's many conflicts. The whole point of the game is to achieve one of the X objectives, which is explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. Once one of those objectives is met, the game then goes one more round, and then we do final scoring.
All right, we're here. I was going to say we're here live. Well, we're kind of here live. Brittany's doing a live feed at the time. But we're here at Origins to give away Batman Gotham City Chronicles to Melanie St. John. So, Melanie, come on out here. Here's our winner. So, you excited?
I am so excited.
Okay, you're going to stay here.
Okay.
I'm going to get you your prize.
Okay. Everyone is clapping for you online.
All right.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is yours. We have everything in here.
Something?
Yeah, here, you can hold this if you want. Like we can show you this. This is what Melanie's taking home. Melanie's taking home. Like we got this. We got this. Hold on, let's get some assistance. We need some more hands. Get in here, Rob. Oh no. Yeah, we got Rob. He's gonna help us hold stuff. See what we got going on here? You're also getting the Batmobile. Here you go.
I got it.
Yo, you got the Arkham Asylum expansion. And then you got the envelope. I forgot what it's called. And you got.
Oh my god.
And you got the mansion expansion, all right? So this is it. This is all yours. You get to lug this home. I'm so happy I don't have to take this back with me. But congratulations. This was an awesome giveaway. And remember, we have another one of these to give away. All you gotta do is subscribe and comment on the video that we will be putting out shortly. I'm not sure when that is. It'll happen eventually. And that's it. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Remember, have fun, keep gaming, be social.
And a big thank you to Monolith.
And a big thank you to Monolith. I almost forgot. I don't know. There's so much going on. You can't forget. None of this would have been possible without Monolith. So thank you very much for their generosity.
Thank you.
Great guys. Thank you. All right, now we're signing off. We're here at the Stronghold booth, and we're going to learn how to play Conflicting Legends. All right, now you might have noticed by this point, or maybe you will notice, depends on how we edit this video, that our nightly recaps of what we did during the day kind of came to a stop, and that's just because we were all having so much fun at Origins. And our nights ended late, hanging out at the
pizza.
Late night pizza. A lot of late night pizza. There was either late night gaming and just hanging out with people, just being social, because there was great people at Origins. And I think it's safe to say that one of our highlights for all of us were that everybody at Origins was awesome.
Amazing. Yeah. I'm blown away by how incredible everyone was while we were there, and everyone was so welcoming and friendly, and I can't wait to go back to Origins next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. All right. Now, we're gonna go jump through just a bunch of highlights, and these aren't necessarily in order.
No, that's true.
Ready? Chris.
Games. We got to play
games. Can't you say games?
Well, I was gonna say the games.
Show.
I was gonna say the games. Fire Tower, because I kicked your butt.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And then Heroes, Land, Air, and Sea. That was a huge, massive game.
Oh yeah.
Well, first of all, let's pull it back a bit. Let's discuss Fire Tower. Right. So, Fire Tower. So we played this game, and it was like the idea of Fire Tower is you have this forest, and there's those I don't know what those towers are. Are they called fire towers?
For sure, like water towers.
I don't know, but they're not water towers. People hang out in them. It's like where a forest ranger would hang out, right? And there's a fire in the middle of the forest. But instead of trying to put out the fire, your job is to control the fire or like steer the fire into the direction of the other people's fire towers, and I guess burn them to death.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we can assume there's nobody in the towers. They're just towers.
That's right.
Either way, we're not good people because we're setting the forest on fire.
Yeah. And he was saying we lit up the forest the most of any other.
Yeah, it was cool. There was all these like colorful gems, like these big crystals. Brittany missed it.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I didn't see it.
So there was these cool like colorful crystal gems, and they were the fire. And then players would play like the wind.
Yep.
And direct the wind, and like I want the wind to blow east, cool. And then everybody has to build on the fire going east. So you want to try to direct it at people. But even if there's like a little ember left behind, because you can like separate the fire can get separated from itself by like, because you have water powers to put out a certain amount of it, but that little ember can spread and cause a lot of problems. So I was the first to die.
I think it helped that we were both like right off the bat. They said, "Well, do you want to do team mode or do you guys want individual?" And Mark just looked at me and goes, "Oh no, we're doing individual." And right off the bat, me and you were going straight after each other. So of course the other two, they were just like, "We'll just feed along with that." And they just kept going with us against each other.
There was 4 of us. It was me, Chris, a nice lady that we met there, and I can't remember who was teaching. Was his name Sam? Don't put me on the record with that name. I'd have to relook, but he was a great guy. He was the designer of the game. Showed us, and yeah, so we were playing with him, and Chris actually ended up winning that game.
Yeah.
Chris was on fire that day, literally.
Well, he managed to stay alive because he killed the one lady who was like, she was sweet, but she set everybody else on fire.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
And she hurt me first. She took me out. Clearly, she recognized.
I like her.
Clearly, she recognized the threat in the room.
Yeah.
So she took me out. And then, when you burn a horrible death, oh yeah, we are in the towers because when we die, we turn into spirits.
Oh, that's awful.
We turn into spirits, and there's like a spirit card shuffled into the deck that you draw from, and then if it comes up, you get to do something. But it never got drawn because I think it ended up being shuffled as the last card in the deck, so it never got drawn before Chris set her on fire and avenged us.
Yes.
You also mentioned Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea from Gamelin Games.
Love those guys.
Yeah, those guys are good. Now
the table presence of that game is incredible.
For sure.
Like as soon as I saw that game, I was like, I need to play this.
It's so like they had they had the giant.
It's massive.
Yeah, I guess you can order it. It doesn't come default with the game, but they have the oversized mat. It's like what are those? What's that material called?
I forget.
It's really popular in board games now. Everybody has the little floppy rolly mats.
It's been a long 7 days.
It's almost like neoprene or something.
Yeah, it's like a huge map, and the colors are beautiful. Everything's like pinks and yellows and blues and greens, and it was great. And they had that one piece that was like this floating piece.
Yeah, we didn't play with that one.
Yeah, we were probably the worst demo that they had to give because
we wouldn't leave.
Well, it was also like. When we went there, we saw people playing. They were well into their game, and I think they had a winner. We were getting our tutorial, and it took us like 3 hours. Not because they were doing a poor job, because we were doing a poor job. We either were overthinking or asking a lot of questions, which they were more than happy. It was Ben. Ben is the one that was teaching us, and he was a great guy. We were starting.
Oh my gosh, he had so much amazing energy and charisma when he was teaching the game. You could teach me a game anytime. I really loved learning from you.
Yeah, so he was really good, but also he's played before, so you could see that if we continued that game, that it would not go well.
Oh, he annihilated us.
Well, he would have. Well, he didn't. He did not annihilate us.
Oh,
because he only beat me by what 1 point, 2 points.
Yeah,
so I ended up winning.
Okay, first
again.
of all, he was taking you easy because he didn't want to hurt our feelings and leave the booth. Us leave the booth crying.
Yeah.
But he was like.
But the thing was, we didn't finish the game. The game, it's really long. We only took a few turns, and then we just added up whatever we had left and be like, that's the winner. Yeah. Because we could have stayed all there. It's like, I want to play.
I wanted to play.
Oh, but we got it.
I can't wait to play.
We got Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea.
Yeah. Chris won.
What, Heroes?
Chris won the Heroes. Well, we won.
He won the half game. And for the record, I had the attacking race, and Chris was sitting beside me. So I think I need some credit because we had a little deal being like, hey, Chris. Well, we made a deal not to attack each other. Yeah. But in our defense, we had to make that deal because the girl we were playing, it was the three of us, Ben, and we were playing with Mary Meeples.
So Brian and Angelica,
and
who I love.
If you're on Instagram, check out their channel. We were playing with them, and Angelica was just getting violent. Right? Like Brian.
Violent's a strong word. She was
aggressive.
competitive.
She was aggressive.
She played like you. Now you know what it's like to play with a competitive.
I don't threaten people right off the back like that. You have to actually do something to me. She was instantly
Angelica,
like,
I appreciate
we're
that.
sitting there, and it's like, well, you're gonna die. We're gonna kill you. I'm teaming up with Brittany, and you're gonna die. That's what we got. That's right, Angelica. That's exactly what you sound like. If you ever hear anybody that sounds like that, that's probably Angelica.
Okay, first of all,
Your
if you
wife.
know Angelica or you know the married people, you know she's like the sweetest person ever,
No.
and that was clearly.
If you're ever walking down,
which is why Chris is laughing right now because she's like the loveliest person ever.
If you're ever walking down the street of Toronto, and you hear somebody just walking down the street going, bah, 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 you can just say, "Hey, Angelica."
It's so not accurate. It's ridiculous.
Anyways, so we were being threatened on the other side of the table. And Brian was lovely, by the way. I don't even think he wanted to fight. It was a war game, but he had like his little, it was like a farm town. He was like, maybe I'll open up a golf course. I don't know what he was doing there. Brian, you did
Although
great.
every once in a while he had a competitive side to him,
Yeah,
which I
that's
love.
because he
was being attacked.
That's true.
No, all he did was defend himself.
That's right.
From Angelica.
Yeah, from Angelica. That was it. And so me and Chris had a deal. I was building my army, but mind you, we quit the game before I got to do anything with it. And
same here. I just started getting it. I was just moving forward.
we were just about to make our move. And the plan was, so I whispered to Chris, I was like, okay, Chris, I'm gonna go, we're gonna make a move on Ben. His army's getting way too strong.
Oh, yeah.
But you already got your army in place. So, but my army's kind of spread out and you have to kind of move them in chunks. So I was like, you go in ahead. I'm gonna position my army and I'll come follow. But if you go in there and you decimate his army before I get there, I'm going after Brittany. That was the deal. Yeah. That was the plan. So if that game went on, I don't know who would have won, but it wouldn't have been Brittany or Angelica. because
we could handle ourselves. We would have been just
Brian
fine.
would have been on our side for sure. Brian? Yeah, so if you see a stoic, beautiful gentleman just walking down the street beside a woman that's like, bah, 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 you can say, hey, Brian.
I encourage you all to go check out the Married People's channel, Instagram, and see how wrong Mark is right now. No, wait. Everything that he said about Brian is true. He's lovely. But Angelica is not this angry
Just anxious, threatening people down the street. I get you.
This is why she's Team Brit. By the way.
Yeah. Anyways,
moving on.
That was Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea, which is great. We're really looking forward to playing it. What else did we play?
Well, right after that, we gave away our Batman Gotham City Chronicles game, which was
So
awesome.
if you've been following Board Game Coffee on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, you would have seen that, our big Origins Batman giveaway was won by Melanie St. John? Yes, Melanie St. John. Funny thing about Melanie is we lugged this entire game to Origins to give it away there. And we ended up giving it to somebody from Hamilton, which if you're not Canadian, Hamilton's like an hour and a half away from us.
Yeah.
So it just came right back. That Batman's just going
Canadian.
back and forth across. Yeah, we could have just even been easier just to drive it over to her here. But yeah, Batman giveaway went off.
Yeah.
So that was great. I'm so happy she got it. She really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What else?
Oh, I fit in the BGG bag.
Oh yeah, we got the giant.
So-
There's photos. Go check out our
Board
Instagram
Game-
account.
Yeah, Board Game Geek gave out this massive, ridiculous bag that held so many amazing board games, and I was like, I think I can fit in this bag.
Yeah.
But bags shouldn't be that big. Like, we put that Batman game in it. It was like super hard to lift.
It's a common, I think,
It was awesome.
con thing. I got a giant one that's got like it looks like a giant TARDIS from like Doctor Who. I got that from Fan Expo, I think, or something like that.
It was super cool.
I also got one once from San Diego Comic Con that was like My Little Pony. Like those bags are just huge.
They're massive. They're massive.
Man, most of the people
But
you
they're
see walking
cool,
around
yeah.
with them aren't tall enough to carry them. They can drag them along the floor. Welcome to. We finally played Welcome to. I brought my copy, and we forced Angelica once she settled down. We
So crazy.
We forced her to teach us how to play Welcome to.
Angelica, I'm not with them.
And you know why? No, hold on. I was about to get nice. You jumped ship way too early. Whoa, you're going to be sorry now. Remember, Angelica, she said it right here. If you're watching this, she has nothing to do with this next statement. She's bailed. Angelica, you did a great job teaching that game when the table was not paying attention. It was it was like herding cats. Like it was. She'd start talking, and somebody'd be like, blah, 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 and that would start a chain. Somebody else talking, somebody else, people would come to the table, and nobody would be paying attention. I'd be the only one across the table being like, I'm with you, keep going. Because I read the rules once, that's all I'd done. I read the rules once, packed it up, put it in my Geek On bag, headed off to Origins. So I didn't really know how to play, so I was looking forward to the teach. But yeah, that game
should have been like a 20-minute teach session.
That game took us like 2 hours to play through. Because
it's actually only like a 25-minute game.
Yeah, it's or if that. Like you can play, if you know what you're doing, you start bam, 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 bam. But it took us like 2 hours to play because we set it up. We have to get people to the table and say, I'm gonna go get a drink. Oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Okay, no, I'm talking to this person, and you're just come here, just everybody sit and stay. So that's what Angelica was trying to do, and it was hard.
We had almost 10 people playing the game.
Yeah, and everyone was new.
Nobody at the table knew how to play. Like I was the next person who knew.
Oh, one person did.
Well, she wasn't playing.
But she wasn't playing.
No.
That's right.
I won that game, by the way. So since we're talking about winners, we did complete that game, and I won. So no half-ass Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea. Like I'll just take what you got for the win. No, I actually won our game of Welcome to. Mind you, Chris did legitimately win the Fire Tower game. Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea will have to revisit. I all hear stories about people going to Origins and all they do is play games all the time. It's like, how do you do that? We go and we start talking to everybody. People start come talk to us, and we want to talk to them, and we get like nothing done as far as gaming goes. Copenhagen, and we played that twice. We didn't have enough time to play mostly anything, but we played Copenhagen twice.
Dirty Pigs.
Yeah, we didn't play Dirty Pigs. We're talking about games we played. We didn't play Dirty Pigs.
But that's another thing is meeting people. Bruce.
Oh, Bruce.
That was an awesome
from North
time.
Star.
Oh, so much fun.
He was entertaining. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. We can splice in that video right now.
You guys at home, get ready to see this.
All right, Board Game Coffee is here at the North Star Games booth, and we're with Bruce, and he's just going to show us a bunch of cool stuff.
I'm going to show you so much stuff you're not going to know what to do. Do this. Pause this right now. Get a drink, whatever that's going to be. For me, it would be coffee. But if you need something stiffer,
our kind of people.
Yeah, exactly. Get something a little stiffer if need be, and brace yourselves, because I'm going to hit you with so much cool, your head's going to explode. Here we go. First thing I'm going to show you is Dirty Pig. Dirty Pig is out here at Origins, which means you can buy it at your local toy and game store right now. So, in Dirty Pig, clean pigs are unhappy pigs. They're unhappy pigs.
Yes, I know this game.
I showed you this.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well then what the hell am I doing
No,
here?
go.
So, you're going to make a pig a happy pig by playing the Dirty Pig card. That's going to make your pig dirty. Okay?
Yes.
You win the game by making all of your pigs dirty, so as a fellow farmer, if I don't want you to win, I can clean your pig.
Yep.
Pigs hate this. So you might re-dirty your pigs, which makes them happy. You want happy pigs. The most efficient way to get all of the pigs clean is a rainstorm, because we are not only agrarians, we are weather wizards. Pigs hate this. So what they will do is they will go in the barn to protect themselves, because they do not want to get rained on. But I, as the farmer, can go in and clean them. Pigs hate this. So what they will do is, because as pigs, they both have a love of home improvement and engineering. They will put a door on the barn. If they put a door on the barn, I can't possibly get in there. But we've established earlier, not only do I work the land, do I till the soil, I am also a weather wizard. So that means that I can strike their barn down with lightning. That would get rid of their barn, and then they could once again get rained on. Pigs hate this. So they, once again, as we have established, good at engineering, good at home improvement. They have figured out how to put a lightning rod on top of the barn so that I can't possibly get in there. So if you have a pig in a barn with the door on and a lightning rod, that is a dirty pig. But you don't really need to worry about that. You win the game by dirtying your pigs. You have 3 cards, you play 1 card per turn, you draw a card, that's the game. Plays 2 to 6 players, takes maybe 10 minutes.
Did you get that?
Did you get it all?
Awesome.
Did you notice?
We got a how to play and an intro, everything all at once.
Absolutely, because that's what I do. That's what we want to do here at North Star Games. We want to bring you the most efficient and the best games we possibly can. We're going to move on. Are you ready? Ready. Good. Next game. Vegas Wits and Wagers, or Wits and Wagers. It's Vegas, baby. This is going to be at Target. It is a Target exclusive. We'll be coming out to your local Target at the exact same time it's going to hit the tables at Gen Con.
Targets. We're Canadian.
That is really a shame. Then, you know what? Let's have a talk, Canadians. Most of you are near the border anyway. If you're in Kugluktuk, you're not paying any attention to me anyway. But if you're right on the border, just come to our fair country for just a moment. We know our problems. You can leave and continue to feel superior, as you should. But come down, visit our Targets, pick up Wits and Wagers. It's Vegas, baby, which you can get at your Target, or come to Gen Con. We're going to have it there. So a couple years ago, we did a Kickstarter for a giant Wits and Wagers that had a 3-foot by 2-foot mat, and it was beautiful, and it was expensive, and it was hard to ship places. So we've made a more reasonable version. And in Vegas, baby, you've got your mat that you put out. If you already know Wits and Wagers, we've added the red and black bet, and we've added this round tracker here. So question 1's worth $1 extra, question 2's worth $2, so on and so forth. But we really wanted to double down on the Vegas look. So all of the cards that you use for your players also look like decks out of casinos. So we take a look, it has that cool kind of spirograph, and then there are your player cards. Additionally, the chips to the game look like they came out of a casino set. So you're going to see like those cool cherries and things like that. The actual game chips you're going to use also kind of look like they came out of a casino. So we really doubled down on that. The questions in this one are, I think 30 of them are the same as the big tube we did a couple years ago, but all the rest of them are completely new content. If you want to check it out, this is our newest and biggest and baddest version of Wits and Wagers. Unfortunately, you being Canadian, you're just going to have to come down here. You have to come down here and get it. Because it is an exclusive right now. I would guess in probably a year or two, it will come to your local Canadian stores. But before then, import it or find a friend. You probably have an American friend that would love nothing more than to maybe come visit you in Canada and might be willing to bring you Wits and Wagers. It's Vegas, baby.
You know, we're going to Gen Con. Maybe if anybody wants them, we can just pick them up. We'll just pick up a bunch for everybody. You guys just give us your orders, and we'll just pick them up. We'll just bring a big truck.
That would be beautiful.
Just create an order.
What we could do is just we could back our truck up to your truck and just start throwing them in.
There you go. Exactly. There you go. We'll just do a buddy pickup system. This would be great.
So while you're muling games from Gen Con, I got another one to show you. Have you heard of the Quacks equipment?
So have.
I know. We were watching the video. I know you've watched the video. If you stop this one. Go over to the Quacks Quillenberg video, and then, I don't know what the time mark is, 7 minutes, 40 seconds. Come back to where we are now and continue to watch this. Because I'm once again going to blow your mind. Here we go. It's the Krauta accent. It's the Herb Witches in English. We'll be putting it out. It's going to be coming out right around Gen Con. You're going to be able to get it in the English version. Here's what you're going to get. You're going to get a 5th player. Bam, that happened to you. You just got a 5th player. It's going to be in colored and black. Next, people say to me, Bruce, all the time, we go off the edge of the spoon. And I say, you're a liar, because almost nobody goes off the edge of the spoon. But they go, no, Bruce, you're not at my game. We always do. So now, we have that little bowl there. Once you go off the edge of the spoon, you're going to get more points for all of the chips that you put into this bowl. You get no more powers. But for the raw value, you're going to get the value divided by 2, and that's just extra points you get at the end.
That's to satisfy the liars.
Exactly. And you're going to see in a minute, they're going to become more truthful. Because we have more books.
Oh.
Take some books. Take some books. You like books? I got so many books. I'm like a librarian. Look at all the books I have. Look at how many books I have. There's so many books. Here's an important book. This is the one that's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. That's a 6 pumpkin. Exactly. I know, right?
Wow.
So that 6 pumpkin is definitely going to help you get off the edge of the spoon, and that's why we have this bowl here ready for you. But that's not all, because why would it be? We have a brand new element to the game called Loco Weed. It's Loco Weed, y'all. So what Loco Weed is it is an element that has absolutely no value. The value is determined by the book. So on this side, the Loco Weed is worth the number of Loco Weed you have in your pot already. So the more you get, the more they're worth.
Okay.
The other side, your Loco Weed is worth the value of your rats plus 1 to a maximum of 4. So what you can do is this. Play very poorly. not score points. Build up your loco weed.
That's how Chris plays.
Exactly. And I understand. I do the same thing too. And you know what? Screw them. You're going to be able to beat them now. Because with loco weed, you play poorly, you don't score points, you get loco weed. Now your loco weed, every loco weed is worth 4 steps in your pot. You jump way ahead of everybody, and then your loco weed ramps itself back down, and you're ready to just continue your game and crush them. That is the thing that you can do.
And the best thing about loco weed, it's legal in Canada now.
It sure is. It's also going to be, God willing, legal somewhere near Gen Con. And actually, now that we talk about that, so we're hoping that the Gen Con t-shirt is going to kind of look like a Rolling Papers advertisement with the 3 witches on it. We're going to see what happens. I'm hopeful. Watch it. We'll see later how that worked out. But there's more. You might say to yourself, Bruce, it's called the Herb Witches. Why in the world have we not seen witches?
Why in the world have we not seen witches?
I know, thank you so much for asking. We're about to show you witches. At the beginning of the game, you're going to get 3 witch paintings. You're going to get one that's copper, one that's silver, and one that's gold. There are 4 of each of these different witches. You're going to play with 1 of each witch per game. The copper witch, give me your penny. If you do, I'm going to let you take the number of rubies you have. Turn that into spending power +2, and I'm going to give you another buying turn. So if you have 10 rubies, you're going to get $12 more essentially to buy more ingredients with. If you give me your silver penny, even if you've exploded, I'll let you use your potion to pull the last white out. So you can actually reverse time and go back when you hadn't exploded.
Nice.
For the gold witch, give me your gold penny. Let's look at the number of colors that are in your pot right now. I'm going to give you points for them. And these change. Another gold witch says, hey, empty your entire bag. Every one of these chips I'll give you 2 points apiece for. Or, hey, give me your coin. I'll let you pay just 1 ruby for every step of your drop and every time you and your flip over of your potion. One time I'll just cut the price in half.
I'm sold.
So much stuff. So much stuff in here. This will be coming out of Gen Con and to your local stores, even Canadians, right around the same time.
And if you want to see it earlier than that, we'll be sneaking this out of here when Bruce isn't looking. So keep an eye on our channel.
They're small and wily. It just might happen. Another thing to show you. Everybody loves Wolfgang Warsch. Who doesn't? Fools. Gosh darn fools.
He puts out like a game every 2 weeks.
I know. He's put out another game, The Taverns of Tiefenthal. So this is, I'm going to try and show it to you. It's a little bit on the explanation because you essentially have this little area. You're building a bar. So this little bar comes together with all your little pieces to build a full little bar. And I'm going to do that so the camera can see it. You have your vault. You have your puppy dog.
You always do puppy dog.
Exactly. You have your dishwashing station. You have your house, you have your brewer. You have your house brew, and you have your barrel house. So what this game is it's a dice drafting, deck building, engine builder. I know it's a lot of stuff.
I liked all those words though.
That's what people keep saying to me. I'm happy to hear it. We're excited. This will be coming out 4th quarter, and we're not hiding it behind a show, so it's not like it'll come at PAX U. It'll come 4th quarter whenever they come over here and we can get it. Okay? So it starts with the deck building part. I have a deck. This is my starting deck. It has people that want to sit at my restaurant, and then it has people that work for me, and stuff. Let me find stuff. Table. Okay? I shuffle my deck and I flip cards over until I filled all of my tables. Let's pretend those are my first 2. So, person comes on my table, 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 and I would be done. I'm going to cheat. I'm also going to give myself a server. Okay? So, now comes the dice drafting. The server tells me I get 1 extra die. So that die is just mine, I'm blue. Then I take my other 4 dice, and I'm going to roll them, and I'm going to put them onto my coaster. Now I do a dice draft with everybody around the table, and I end up with 5 dice, because I have my server. I can place my dice like this. Everybody up here, they want to eat and drink at my bar, they give you a number and an amount of money. Those are thalers. Thalers are what I use to hire new people, get new stuff in my bar, and upgrade my bar. If I come over here, my bar back just brought me a beer. Beer is a secondary currency I use to get people to come into my bar. Okay? Over here, 1s and 6s give me beer. Any number gets me a beer. Over here, this is where I can keep extra money between turns. I have a dishwasher that can move pips up on dice. I have the server that can get me more dice. I have the cash box. 1 die will get me another Thaler once again to upgrade my bar and to get me better stuffing more people. And finally, a 5 will let you move in the monastery track, which is here. This is a community board we all use. All you really need to know is it's going to get you cash and prizes. Okay? So I do all my placement, and then I am spending money to upgrade my bar, to make beer, to get better patrons that will spend more money, that let me get more money, to upgrade my bar, to make more beer, to get more patrons, etc., etc., etc. There's a special kind of patron called a noble. Nobles come in your bar, they don't spend a lot of money, and they all sit together. When they come in, they're going to take up a table, and they're just going to keep taking up the same table together, but they're worth 10 points apiece. You win the game by getting the most points. Right here, you're going to see 1 point from the server. You're going to count all of your points up, and the most points at the end wins. If I upgrade anything in the bar, so for instance, I spend $9 and I get myself a permanent dishwasher, I also get a noble worth 10 points. If up here I decide to give myself a new table, I get a noble to go with it.
I'm loving this board.
Yeah, this board is super cool. So this moved me 1 step on the monastery track, or I can start to draw in a bishop, and the bishop will give me 2 steps on the monastery track. I can get a better cash box. I can upgrade my vault so I can hold more money between turns. I can do all kinds of stuff.
This is awesome.
Yeah. It also comes with 4 what we call modules. Module number 1, I can serve schnapps to entertainers. So you have a fire breather, and a fire breather will come out, and if you give him 5 schnapps, he'll rebuild any part of your bar. Or you might have a fortune teller. If you give her 1 schnapps, she'll give you 2 beer. The next expansion involves this. Normally, this guy would be face down. If you play with the bards, he's face up. And with the bards, they improve the mood of the bar. I think there's something trapped on this. Nope, you were absolutely right. They improve the mood of the bar. As they do, a cube moves around and gives you bonuses. If you get to the end, you get a 10-point noble, and you start the track all over again. So you're trying to optimize how to get that track to work. The next one you can add is a variable start. Instead of starting with a bar back and a server and a table, I might say, upgrade my barrel house, let me start with 5 beers, and that's how I start the game. I want to get better customers. That is, and there are 5 cards that give you a different way you can start, and each person can pick one. Final thing is the guest checks. So what you can do with that is there is a separate set of guest checks, which I had right around here. And I know what absolutely great television this is, what great YouTube this is. So here we go. You're actually going to get this guest book. You're going to fill little signatures in on your guest book, and you're sort of playing a game of bingo. You're trying to get all the verticals or all the horizontals, and they give you bonuses. So all those different things can all play in together. Yeah, that's the Tavern of Zippendal. It's going to be coming out 4th quarter.
This sounds great. I want it now.
I understand. Very soon. There's a lot of great games. Very, very soon.
This is, but all these games sound great.
They sound so fun.
But I feel like I want to play them all with you.
Yeah.
And I'm in. Come to Gen Con. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. I'm in.
We're happening.
Let's dance. Let's party.
Let's do those things too.
Absolutely. I got one more Q4 game, which is Oceans. We just got done the Kickstarter for Oceans. It raised $750,000, a little bit more. If you're watching this right now, most likely you can still get it on backer kit. You're going to get all the stuff the people on Kickstarter got with it. So this is, if you're used to our evolution games, we make games that are sort of evolutionary development games. You make better beasts, they figure out how to eat, you continue to evolve. We had an oceanographer work on the game with us. And we said, well, we'd like to add an extension and just, continue our game. And the oceanographer said, that's not really how the world works. That animals meet at the coastline. And there are some, coastline animals. But when they go back to their different places, it's like 2 different planets. So it shouldn't be the same game, it should be a different game. So that's what we've done, is we've done a standalone of the oceans. So this has an 11 trait deck, many more cards with 11 different traits, that looks like our evolution games. They're perfectly balanced, they balance on the head of a pin. All the art is done by Catherine Hamilton, who she is a Zeiss representative that Zeiss Lenses paid her to go to the Galapagos to paint turtles. And she's amazing, and every one of our games has used her, and the Surface deck uses her artwork, which is amazing. That does everything all of our other games do. It is 11 traits. You can play it over and over again, and the variability can be learning how to play the combinations, how to make them better, how to play the players. The riddle of this game is, how do I feed many species when I can only feed 1 species per turn? So you can only feed 1 species, and species can always attack everyone and can always eat, and can feed from the reef, which is like a physical place where they feed from the reef. However, You can specialize. If you're going to specialize, you would be something like and I was hoping one would be in the top 50 cards of this deck. You can be a filter feeder, where you have like a giant filtery mouth. If you have that, you can't attack things because you just don't have the ability within yourself to figure out how to attack stuff. There was also an Apex Predator. The Apex Predator art is a mix of an orca whale, a shark, and Mike Tyson. And it can only attack, it cannot eat from the reef.
That's a great description.
Well, literally, I found out one of the other designers gave Catherine Hamilton the description. He said, I want this to be a mix of a shark, an orca whale, and Mike Tyson. And she said, okay, how about this? Which is awesome.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
You got it, Chris?
Put it down a little bit.
You got it?
That's awesome. The art in this game is super cool, but I have this filter feeder, and then I want to put something next to it that every time the filter feeder eats, it eats, and I want something that when that thing that eats from the filter feeder also eats. So you're trying to build this ecosystem where everything is super intertwined, more so than on the surface. Because the surface, if I'm bigger than you, I can attack you. Here it doesn't matter, even if I'm little, because of the way water works, I can still get to you. Beyond that, right now people don't really want a game that balances in the head of a pin. They want variability. So we've made this deck. It is 100 different cards with 100 different pieces of art that change the game in ways that are crazy. Everything here happens in the real world. It is scientific, it is perfect. Here is the edge of science, what science may eventually learn, and what is absolutely fiction. So for this, we have things like, that is C-Rex, where it's like T-Rex, but it's in the ocean. We have the behemoth. But then we have things like tusks, which you actually will see, or massive fins, which you might see in the wild. You also have things like the gargantuan, which just is a giant creature. Or mucus cocoon, which is real. This actually happens in the ocean, where things can clean themselves daily with just a cocoon of mucus. And then it is horribly disgusting, but very, very real. That deck, once again, you're going to see maybe 10 to 20 cards per game. So every game you're going to play is going to be way different because of all the cards that are in the deck.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. You can back it right now in BackerKit if you'd like to check it out and get it with all the different bonuses and extras. If you want to wait, I certainly don't blame you. That will be out in fourth quarter and will be available. And you literally just found the Kraken. The actual literal Kraken. You can release the Kraken.
He was there, I saw him.
It was close. There he is.
Yeah, the artwork on this is great.
Yeah. And it is, we had, I don't even know how many different artists worked on this, like 20 different artists worked on the artwork for this to give you things like the Kraken. There is Draconic, where it shoots like water fire. There's all kinds of crazy stuff in the game, and it just gives you so much variability. It's a much heavier game than anything else we've done in this series. You also have these little like boxes that are going to give you different states of the ocean. And let me see if I can find a couple of those cards in here. There we go. So these have cards in them. While you're playing, they're filled with fish. If you pull all the fish out, it triggers the ability. So not only are you playing this game where you're building these traits to figure out how to eat as much as possible, to protect yourself from everybody else, but you're also moving fish around to play this kind of like almost map board game where you're trying to control what parts of the ocean are going to do what to. So all of this is happening at the same time, but it's all behind a very simple rule set that takes maybe 10 to 15 minutes to learn. Yep.
Great.
So much stuff. So much stuff.
There's so much stuff. I'm wiped.
I understand. Thank goodness for both of us. That's all we have for now. That's all we have coming out. I've shown you the pipeline till gosh near December.
That's it?
I know.
That's great. This all looks amazing. If you're interested in any of this, just get to contact us in the back of our truck. No, this is great. Yeah, this stuff is going to be spread out, coming out over the next.
Over the next about six months.
Yeah.
So because right now we're in June, so we'll be looking at the end of that. And remember, if you want to find anything we're doing, go to NorthstarGames.com, sign up for the email list, and we tell you everything there. Find us on social media at Northstar Games. We keep posting pictures of all this great stuff. And a note, because we were talking about this a minute ago. If you're on a social media where we're not at Northstar Games, tell me about it and I'll come over to it, except for TikTok. I don't know what to do with TikTok. I think I'm too old for TikTok.
You have to be 12.
It's just a lot of like, it's this dance, and I don't know if that works for me.
I feel like you'd be so good at it, though.
We might see what happens.
I can see you.
We might see. There might be TikTok, but you don't need to tell me about it. Tell me about Mastodon or whatever else you have.
All right, that was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And thank you for filming this, because you're just sitting there holding a stick, watching us do stuff silently.
That's what Chris does best.
Chris, thank you so much. Thank you. No, it's not a problem.
I like him.
Yeah, I want to make sure everybody gets a little love, because you have to listen to all this in my terrible Sunday voice as we're at day 17 of this convention. So thank you so much, and thank you for taking the time to just come out to do this once again. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. We're gonna see what the rest of the show has. This is a lot to compete with.
It sure is. That's what everyone says to me. Bruce, it's a lot to compete with.
Bruce is awesome. He's so entertaining.
He literally will blow your mind.
Brittany's really excited about
Dirty Pigs.
Dirty Pigs? With Dirty
Oh,
Pig?
no, and then Quacks. The Quacks expansion was there.
So hold on.
Sorry, I keep jumping.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Let's focus. Dirty Pig.
Game
about like everybody has 3 pigs. You're trying to get it's a younger game.
It's cute.
It's a younger game, yeah, and it's 3 pigs. And everybody has 3 pigs, and everybody plays 1 card. You're trying to get all your 3 pigs dirty while the other person's playing cards to clean your pigs, and you play cards to defend your kids from the person.
Yeah, and then you're like building barns.
Yeah, you're building barns so they can't get rained on, etc.
And you can have lightning strike their barn and blows up. And
Brittany seems really excited about this.
Yeah, if you have small kids or like someone who's just kind of getting into games and you want something easy and light and fun and cute, and I can't wait to
North Star
fully
shows,
play it.
North Star shows a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
Quacks.
The Quacks expansion.
That seems really cool.
Yeah, it does.
That's being released at Gen Con, so we're gonna pick that up for sure. And what else was there? Oh, this is the North Star game I'm excited about the most that they're releasing. Is another Wolfgang Warsch game, which is I forgot what it's called. The Tavern game.
The Tavern.
Tavern of something. You know what?
We'll put it.
Hold on, ready? Insert name here. Okay, so that is you know the name right now. We do not. I was instantly sold as soon as he pieced it together. I was like, "What's this? I don't get what's going on. You're building like a puzzle. Like what's happening?" And then he starts telling us about it at like rapid speed, because that's how Bruce is. Bruce, you're awesome. I don't think he dyes his hair pink. I think it's from at the speed he speaks. I think it like vibrates through. It's just energy. It's pure energy.
It's the awesome coming out.
Yeah. So
the awesome coming out. I love it. Yes.
And
because it was.
It's like it can't keep it all inside.
No,
it just like leaks out.
He's just too awesome. He needs to share it with the world.
And it was like I was getting like we went through those 5 like he taught us like 5 games. I was getting like winded. Like I was getting tired. Like he was doing
so
the talking.
intense.
I felt like I just went for a run. Anyways, yeah, that game looks awesome. And Oceans was really pretty.
It looked really pretty.
Is that Kickstarter over? I think it's over.
Yeah, but I think you can still.
You can still pre-order it.
Yeah.
You can still pre-order. So Oceans looked really pretty.
We're missing one. The casino one.
Oh, Wits and Wagers Vegas edition.
That looked
Vegas,
fun.
baby. Yeah, it's that looks a lot of fun too. So, but my highlight from that was the Wolfgang Warsch Tavern game.
Yeah, I forgot in that moment about it. It was
Those are my 2 big ones that I'm really looking forward to. Oceans looks good. Brittany's really excited about the pigs. It's fun. I don't play with.
If you know Happy Salmon and like the way that it's in.
She's still going on pigs.
She's still.
I'm sorry. It's cute.
Get the pigs.
Fine.
Like all the pigs.
Moving on.
What do you think of the demo of? We've got a demo of Undertow, which is the smaller it's like a standalone expansion that you can take the characters and merge them with the base game, I believe.
Yeah,
because we didn't.
And it's the one that you can. It's more fitted for 2 players, right?
That's what one of our fans. We met a lot of great fans.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We'll get back to that in a second. So Undertow, we played Undertow. What did you think?
You're talking with 200
Bones. Yeah.
I like it, but it was bad timing on our part. We literally showed up maybe 20 minutes before the event was completely closed. So it was like the last 20 minutes. But luckily, the gentleman was very kind. He's like, I'm going to run you through it. He says, well, you guys want to at least see it.
And it's usually a 45-minute tutorial, and he did it, at 15?
Yeah, 15, 20.
Well, he ran through it really fast, and he was like, okay, you guys are set up. Okay, you're going to roll. This is what you want to do. This is what you want to do. You're going to do here. Now, this guy's dead. Hey, you won. Yeah, so we went through it like in fast forward. So we didn't really get the experience of it.
But there's a lot of neat mechanics that I saw with on the mat. So you got to move the...
And those mats.
Good mats
really
too.
nice.
Those mats are amazing.
Artwork as well on that game.
Yeah. I just love the mat. It's again, is it neoprene? Is that the word we're looking
That's
for?
what someone said.
All the little personal boards are made out of those, and the dice sit in them. It's better than cardboard. It's so good.
Yeah, I like it. It was a dice builder. That was very neat.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever really played a dice builder game before. Still new with this stuff.
Yeah. So we're getting Kristen to introduce him. Yeah, Too Many Bones has been out for like a year or two now. I don't know, but we just have a hard time getting it. So we had to jump on it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, we get this. That was one of the games that I really wanted to. Ooh, another game I really wanted to get that we did get was Space Explorers.
Oh yeah.
I did like that one. I really did like that one. I wanted to play it more. Unfortunately, we only get played the one time, but I did like the way it just kind of built up. Everyone was thinking I was winning at the beginning, and I could tell, but I wasn't. So everyone started like hoarding their money and trying to get stuff in that.
Yeah, none of us won. That was a total board game coffee wipe on that one.
Yeah.
That was like the first time we played.
It was the first time everyone in that group played. Don't take that away from the winners.
The winner.
Josette and Joe.
No.
Yeah. That's who we played with.
Joe didn't win. Josette won.
Well, I was saying that's who we played with.
Yeah. We played with Josette and Joe.
So much fun.
Amazing people.
They were really fun. Joe worked on Charterstone, which was really cool. He worked on there with Jeannie Stegmeyer, which is neat. Yeah. But yeah, Joe's a great guy. Josette was great. But Josette, she kicked our butts. Oh, they tied. I think they tied. Oh. And then she won because she had the better, she had more projects.
That's right. That's what
happened. But I love the look of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
It takes you right into the theme.
Like the 50s of like the space race.
Really good job.
It looks like the artwork is awesome. There's not much artwork though. It's like it's the same piece of artwork, kind of like zoomed in for different cards. Yeah. But I really liked it. This is not like an official review because we only played it once. But so far, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We also got the upgrade pack. It's like we pay a little extra. We get the again, neoprene. We're back on the neoprene mat with the wooden bits. We also played Welcome to that night, and who won that one? I didn't win. Oh, Michael from Gameland Games, CEO of Gameland Games. They joined us.
Oh yeah.
Mike and Sam, and so the Welcome to Michael won that one.
Yeah.
And he did well.
Really good group of people hanging out with him.
I think he beat me by like 6 points. I was in second place. Next time, Michael.
We did the Secret Cabal event.
Oh yeah, the Secret Cabal event. I got ill. I fell ill.
At the end of the night, so we went home early.
Night. So me and Britt went home early. So Chris is gonna take this story from here and before I give you
none of that stuff can be chatted online.
Yeah, that's right. Go back and have some more fun.
What happens at the Secret Cabal event stays at the Secret Cabal event.
You had a good time.
Right? I did.
Yeah. He went back and hung out with everyone, and everyone was super chill and awesome.
Yeah, because we were smoking cigars and having a few drinks. But I got sick. It wasn't like just so you know, it wasn't like I just got hammered and sick. It was I got legitimately ill and had to leave, which was unfortunate because I was waiting all year to party at the Secret Cabal and that and Rodney and all the guys there, Bonacor's great. We spent some time with Bonacor. He was great. See Bonacore from Stronghold Games.
Yeah.
But then I had to go
Blue Peg, Pink Peg.
Blue Peg, Pink Peg, anyways, it didn't matter.
Man versus Meeple.
And Patrick, we met Patrick. We spent a lot of time with Patrick from Blue Peg, Pink Peg.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he was great. So everybody was great. That's just like a blanket statement.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so unfair to just name a couple names because everyone.
Yeah, because we're gonna forget. We talked to so many people.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had a good time with us.
I did, and even just the night before too as well with the mashup as well. It was just getting to meet everyone. That was the thing. Is it didn't matter who you were or what status you were, because we look at these people as these
fan-struck.
Totally fan-struck. As podcasters, YouTubers, and we're just like, holy crap. But it was like, no, you're part of us.
One thing to mention
is starstruck. I said fan-struck. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Starstruck.
One thing that we should mention is that these events, it sounds like we're just like a bunch of YouTubers and podcasters getting together, having drinks, and having a good time, but
they're open.
Fans, it's open to fans. Fans can come and hang there. But you know what? I'm amazed actually how many fans were not there. And what I'm saying is, like, we got to the mashup and it was just packed.
Yeah, everyone was there.
And it was packed. Yeah, so everybody was drinking, having a good time, chit chatting, and then they started giving out prizes. You know, like and the event was Man vs. Meeple, sponsored, the event was put together by Man vs. Meeple, the Blue Peg, Pink Peg, and the Brawling Brothers, and so they were giving away all these prizes. And there was tons of people there, and everybody was on the edge of their seat. Did I win? And as soon as they were like, no more prizes, everybody left. Like, they all left. Like, maybe they went to go play games, it's possible. Maybe they went to go play their prizes.
Assuming that's what they did.
But it was like more than 50% of the people just gone.
Yeah.
So, like, I get it. I get it, because we wanted to play more, here's what we did. But we don't.
This is like your opportunity to hang out with these guys and have fun with them. And kind of meet everyone, and that was.
So that's what we decided to do instead. We just like I just want to hang out with you guys. I can play I can play at home. Like I like to hang out with you guys. So we had a really good time. And the thing is, they're open to everybody, so it's not like an elitist club.
No. And okay, I'm gonna sound super nerdy, and I'm gonna go on my whole. I'm a super big fan of Rodney, but we met Rodney at Queen Games the night before when we were playing Copenhagen, and then when I saw him at the event, I was walking by, and of course I was being shy because he was there, and I was walking, and he was like, "Hey, Brittany," and I was like, "Oh my God, he remembered talking to me yesterday," and I thought, I feel super geeky like a little kid. I know it doesn't matter, but where I'm going with this is like, everyone's super nice, and you can go to those events and they'll, remember you and talk to you and like include you in on the conversations. And
I think Brittany's obsessed with Rodney. She's like, look at her. She's like blushing.
I think he's so cool, and then he was super nice. He was even nicer than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah. And speaking of fans, we had a few board game coffee fans just come up to us, and if you ever see us, please feel free. Like, it was great.
We met so many awesome people.
Yeah, we don't want to start naming in case we forget.
Well,
and everybody was respectful. They didn't like interrupt us while we were eating or anything. It was like they just walked up and was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And they were like, "Yeah, we love the show," and then we just chatted up, and it was just so easy going. It was really nice.
Awesome. So and then they came and played games with us at times too, which I thought was so cool.
If you did come up and say hi and we talked to you, we appreciate it. We were happy to meet you. Like, there was absolutely zero issue with that.
Yeah,
so
we love it.
Yeah. Just want to make sure we're not missing anything else before we wrap it up. I feel like
Oh, Mark changed shirts with a fan.
Oh.
In a lobby. It was.
So in the last night.
Yeah.
Our last night yesterday, our last night there, we decided we're gonna go to the bar on 2nd, which is a bar on the 2nd floor, I think, of the Hyatt. And I think it's the 2nd floor. I don't know. We didn't come in through the ground floor, so it's hard to know. I think it's the 2nd.
Yeah, 2nd.
Anyways, so we're all sitting there playing. We were playing Welcome to, or just finished Space Explorers or something. And I went to the bathroom. Now, the table that we had at was well placed beside the bar, perfect for drinks. But the bathroom was way at the other end. So I'd leave a lot to go to the bathroom. And one time, and I was wearing my board game coffee shirt. It said had pizza slice. It had like a pizza slice, a meatball, and a beer or a coffee, depending on what shirt I was wearing. So there's alternate versions, and it just says eat, play, drink, and it's got our logo on the back. So I was wearing that, and I like ran off to the bathroom, and I came back, and I saw a bunch of the people that were working the booth at for the Fireball Island booth, or like they all had Fireball Island shirts. And they were working that booth. So saw them, was talking to them, and one of the girls there was like, "Oh my God, I love your shirt. Can I have it? Where can I get that shirt?" And I was like, "Well, we made this, so we will eventually be selling shirts." But right now we just make the ones that we wear to the show, and that's it. There is no others. But she really wanted the shirt, and I was like, "Well, I have nothing else to wear." She said, "You can have mine." And she had a Fireball Island shirt. And I was like,
all right.
Want it.
So I was like, all right, I'll take Fireball Island. Sure. I was like, I have multiples of these. I don't have any of those. And she's like, okay. So like in the bar, she like took off her top in the middle of the bar, and then I was like, oh yeah, I took off my shirt in the middle of the bar. We just exchanged. And we did a little wardrobe swap in the middle of this bar where everybody's just drinking and playing games.
Yeah.
It was fun. So we have a picture of that, and it was just good. She was great. Everybody we met was great.
Mm-hmm.
So she now has a board game coffee shirt. I guess she's the only one outside the team. She's the first one outside the team to have one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And if we ever get to do anything with our copy of Fireball Island, I'll have a shirt to wear for that video. So yeah, that happened. That was fun. That was a good time.
The Italian restaurant.
I got back to the table and everybody's like, "Did you just have a wardrobe change?"
Yeah, I was like, "What are you wearing?"
Because nobody at the table saw it happen. I just came, so I just left with a board game coffee shirt and I came back with a Fireball Island shirt.
Where were you?
What the hell's going on? But so you were saying?
The Italian place.
Oh, it's a chain.
You said the name.
Buca di Beppo.
We don't have those
We don't
in
have
Canada.
those in Canada.
This
So
is new to
we didn't
us.
know. It's a huge restaurant.
We didn't know, and mistakes were made.
Yeah, we didn't. So she told us that it was like family serving sizes. So it's like a family style meal. So we ordered one plate.
Yeah.
For the three of
She
us
gives
to
a
eat.
recommendation for the plate.
And it was that was great.
Perfect.
And the three of us ate it.
And
it was delicious.
And then she said, "Do you want dessert?" And I was like, "Sure." So Chris is like, "Meh, I don't really want dessert." And everybody's like, "Oh, I don't know if I want that." So she didn't have dessert, or she didn't want dessert, so she didn't order it. So I opened it and I saw this sundae, right? This picture of a sundae in a nice
little sundae.
in a little
Looked like it was a
glass.
martini glass.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, cool." I was like, "Oh, I'll have I was like, I don't know if I'm hungry enough to finish an entire sundae, in a martini glass." And I was like, "Brittany, will you share it with me?" She's like, "Okay." Yeah, she didn't want any dessert. As soon as I said, "Will you share ice cream with me?" Okay.
And she's all over.
And then the sundae shows up, and it's like this. it's like I don't even think that's an exaggeration.
No, it's not. It's outrageous.
We'll put it up beside Brittany's head.
There should have been a shovel or like a small child next to it for scale.
Yeah, it was. And it's like mounded like ice cream. So we saw it. And we're like, "Holy crap!"
God,
and then there's the spoon is like it was like that big.
It's a soup spoon. It's a soup spoon for pizza.
Yeah.
But not a soup spoon that you like eat soup with, like what you would serve. Like it's just this giant thing in there, and you're like, "Holy crap!" So we're like, all of a sudden we're instantly like panicking. Like,
I was like, crap, I wasn't planning on having any dessert, man. I guess.
Yeah,
I
you
am now.
did. We have you on video being like, "I'm gonna share some of theirs," and we're like, "No, you're not."
Until we saw it.
And then we did. We're
"Yes,
like,
we are."
"Please."
So we didn't finish that. We put a good
Oh, it
dent
was
in
so
it.
good. There was brownie in it too.
Yes, it was delicious, but
It was delicious food, but make sure to take people with you.
yeah, especially with the dessert. That dessert could have fed 10 people.
Oh yeah.
So three of us, we did more than half of it. We put a good dent in it.
We did.
Yeah.
But we were paying for it. Like the whole night, we were just like, "Oh my god!" We're like dragging ourselves up the stairs, and I had to carry this stupid Geek On bag. And I say stupid because it weighed like 200 pounds at this point, and I was
Bags
like,
shouldn't be that big.
I was so full, and I was like, I don't want to do this. And like, I can't even fit liquid. I don't think I could fit a glass of water in my body.
Yeah.
Like, I was so full. Anyways, Buca di Beppo, loved it.
Oh, fantastic.
It was great.
So one thing I want to mention is like, for those of you who have maybe not been to a board gaming event before, or maybe you're shy or you don't have anyone to go with because people maybe don't play board games with you that would want to, that would go with you. What I thought was amazing about this event is there were people who were by themselves, there were people in groups, and it didn't matter who you were, you could walk around, and if there was a place for one more, you could just play a board game with a stranger. And I thought that was really, really cool. And last night was our last night playing, and even though the show was done, we were at the second, what was the bar called? Bar on Second and Hyatt, and people were still playing board games there, and you just saw table to table, and you just, as you walk by all the different tables, it was one person, teaching the game to either a bunch of friends or a bunch of strangers, and I thought that was just a really, really, really cool environment. And I think if you're really wanting to go, just go, because you'll meet friends. Like, we went as 3 down there and we came back, I feel like, with a whole bunch of friends, because we just ended up playing board games with people and building relationships through the board games. And I think that's really cool that board games bring people together in a new way. And Angelica from Married Meeple and I always joke being like, our best friends are online, because we appreciate board games bring us together, and I think it's a beautiful thing.
And one thing I heard a lot about Origins compared to Gen Con is they said that at Origins it's a lot more personal, and you can get more of the demos, like you can get into them, and I can see it, because like we got a chance to play a lot of demos. Like there always seem to be demos around, right? Like, and the areas didn't seem so big, but there was just so many things for people to do, and you know, like it's a big group. It's not crazy amount of people that go there. You only really notice the people when you try to go get food and you go and there's a lineup for the restaurant. You're like, other than
like
that,
Jenny's, which is the best.
The ice cream is amazing. Go to the North Market, get the chicken waffles, get Jenny's, check out the Polish place.
Oh, their pierogies are so good.
Yeah, any other recommendations for the North Market was great.
Was good.
Stay away from the burrito place. We didn't like it.
Oh, where was that breakfast place that we went today? That's a little further down.
Tassie.
Tassie. So if you're in that area, where was that, on Pearl Street?
Yeah.
A very, very good breakfast there. Actually, I probably shouldn't have told anyone, because now I feel like it's our secret. Our secret amazing
It was
place.
just a small place, but it was so.
It was really nice.
So Tassie's great for breakfast.
The food, you know what?
Google it. Food, the
Anywhere you
environment.
go, I thought the food was good.
Yeah.
Like, it was delicious. Even
Well,
the pizza place was delicious.
Barley's, I thought was kind of like meh.
Yeah, it was just kind of
There's
like
a big
regular
crowd at
bar.
Barley's, but
I
it's
like
like-
their cups.
Oh yeah, we got
That's what they
free
do.
mugs. That was great. That wasn't for them. That was
I don't think it was worth the hour wait. No.
No. Yeah, if there's a lineup for Barley's, go somewhere else.
There's lots of good food around.
It was just basic bar food for me.
Yeah, it was for me too.
We heard a lot about it and we tried it out, and then we've heard since that it's like, oh, it's not as good as it used to be. Well, we don't know what it used to be.
We don't know. We have no
We
comparison.
just know now, and now it's just bar food. It was nothing special.
Mhm.
But everywhere else we ate was great.
But Jenny's good. I had Jenny's for breakfast, which is an ice cream.
Yeah, it's ice cream.
Delicious.
Jenny's ice cream, and it's in the North Market. It's great. Well, we also went upstairs and had that
chicken place.
Chicken place, which like opens at 11 and sells at like noon. it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like they have all these different types of chicken. You can get like 5 different like drumsticks or breasts or sandwiches or whatever.
Dark
and
meat, white meat.
Yeah, and then they just put these sold out signs because like this hot barbecue chicken, and it just like sells out. So we managed to get some on our last day there.
Yeah, it was good.
That was pretty good. I had the chicken sandwich because the breasts were sold out. And that's what I wanted. But you know, chicken sandwich was really good. I took the chicken sandwich. Brittany had the drumsticks, and Chris had the chicken sandwich as well.
Yeah, that's what was left: drumsticks and sandwich.
Yeah. So the whole Origins experience was just amazing. Like I can't wait to go again. And but next time I'm gonna be prepped to play more games. I want to play more. I keep saying that I want to play more games when we're there, and I'm pretty sure we did play more than we mentioned, and we're just.
Oh, I think we did.
I think we're forgetting.
Well, mind you, everyone, we literally just driven for like 8 hours, and
Yeah, we just got. Yeah.
we literally just got home, set this up, and wanted to chat with you.
While
and
it was,
give you a
like,
recap while it was
while it
somewhat
was
fresh.
fresh.
But I'm sure we're a little groggy and tired, and probably forgetting a lot of stuff. So.
Yeah, this is what I wore in the car. I got to my comfies.
That might be our cue. We need to wrap it up.
I
We're
think
probably
so.
like- you guys just
Now we're rambling.
Just rambling.
All right,
Anyways.
so that was it. That was Board Game Coffee's Origins 2019 debrief. So thanks for watching, and remember, have fun, keep gaming, be social. See you next week. Thanks for joining us. If you like this video and you want to see more, subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to keep up to date with everything we do here at Board Game Coffee. But if you want to see more right now, we got plenty of videos to choose from. And if that's not enough, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm Mark Maya, and this is Board Game Coffee. And remember, have fun, keep gaming, be social. See you next week.